Hey everybody, news to smile. Great news for a deadful year. In the technology section, we tell about the Squidbot. The Squidbot is the robot that can swim and turret, propelling itself by generated jet of water. This robot is developed for underwater exploration. Besides, it can also carry a sensor, such a camera. This robot is developed by engineers of the University San Diego, California, and they recreate all the key features that the squids use for the high-speed swimming. That can generate jet pools for rapid locomotion, like the squid. It was developed basically with two materials, which are acrylic polymer, and for the rigid parts, 3D printer parts are used. And these materials are used to obtain soft robots. And the most important is that using soft robots in underwater exploration is important to protect fish and coral. This robot takes a volume of water into its body while storing elastic energy in its skins and flexible ribs. First stage, the robot in a water was in the lab of Professor Gino Palak, and then they took it out for a swim in one of tanks at the UC San Diego Bears Aquarium at the Scripps Institution of the Oceanography. This robot has getting very good results. Now Valentina with the veterinary section. What the heck? Now Valentina with the veterinary section.
Okay, hello Nicolas. The first cat to have a pacemaker implant in his hair has already successfully involved. Okay, the cat's surgical procedure was done at CES University in the city of Medellin, where for the first time it was done an implant surgery of pacemaker in cat in Colombia. In January 24 of 2020, a pacemaker was implanted in cat who had a hair disease that had been affecting in since a long time ago. The surgery was done for veterinary professionals of the Century of Veterinary and Zootechnical of the University CES. The team intervened a grade 3 atrial ventricular block. After the 9 months of the surgery, in which doctors implant electrodes in the hair of the animals by a tacherotomy, the cat as normal conditional without present any syncopes of cardiovascular disease. In her is working very well, say the vet Maria Mejia Durango. And the Center of Veterinary and Zootechnical of the university says advanced approach with patients in Bogota to perform the second implant surgery in a cat. Now Nicole has information about a reproduction. Hello Nicole.
Thank you, Valentina. Hello everyone. I'm going to talk about insemination by laparoscopy is more effective than the gun in sheep and goats. The fertility indicator that the laparoscopic process can give is 60% compared to the 30% index in the insemination gun. One of the most distinctive characteristics of sheep and goats has to do with their reproductive system, which is not more complex but smaller than that of other animals such as cows, according to experts. Therefore, it requires special care when carrying out processes such as artificial insemination. According to Raul Velázquez, a doctor in animal sciences and professor at the National University in Medellin, what differentiates sheep and goats from cows is that they have smaller cervixes although they do have more cervical ring. Due to these conditions, the expert said that it is difficult to cross the cervix with an insemination gun, which is why there is a fertility rate that range between 20% and 30%. To increase it, methods such as laparoscopy are used, which can increase the indicators between 50% and 60%. To carry out, two incisions must be made. The first one points to the abdominal pelvic cavity, facilitating the identification of the uterine horn where the insemination should be done. For its part, the second focuses on introducing the gun for insemination. In this case, Velasquez explained that an artificial insemination gun is used that aims directly at the uterine horns where ovulation occurs. In turn, he mentioned that the semen must be at the temperature of 39 degrees, but it must be kept frozen with liquid nitrogen before the operation. He retained that the temperature of the nitrogen is minus 196 degrees. Freezing is used to preserve it for as long as desired, in theory, but it depends on freezing management, and above all, that it does not lack nitrogen. He added that 100% of the females inseminated in selection nuclei received hormonal treatment for previous synchronization of heat and systematic artificial insemination at a fixed time. The idea is to synchronize them so that they all ovulate in time and proceed at the same time with each one. This is also due to the demands of the sector, since it generates an improvement in the productive quality of sheep, said Velasquez. Regarding the time of gestation, he added that it can last up to 5 months normally, from 148 to 154 days. Thank you. So come back to the studio, Nicolas.
Thank you, Nicole. Now, Marco talk about the COVID.
Thank you, Nicolas. The means of the transportation in coronavirus, the use of the bicycle. I see to encourage bicycle transport by demonstrating its advantage. 1. Avoiding being in contact with other people. 2. Improvement of the environment. 3. The economy. 4. Health. And 5. Mobility. Did you know Bogota has 551 kilometers and bicycle line, the longest network in America Latina, with the quarantine additional 84 kilometers were implemented. The bicycle should be positioned in cities as one of the main means of transport. Why? Provide physical distancing because prevents my from infecting others and projects myself from others infecting me. Improving the environment was demonstrated during the quarantine that's due to emission in the world were reduced by 70%. Health. A large number of the respiratory diseases, allergies, and many other pathologies were reduced. Noise pollution and, of course, stress level were reduced. Economic. The costs associated with the use of the bicycle are between 50 and 100 times lower. Mobility. This means of mobilization is ideal to reduce traffic jams, straight line traffic. And conclusion, my family and me are committed to this initiative. From now on, will travel by bicycle. Thank you, Nicolas. In the continue.
Thank you, Marco. Now, Yuri. Thank you, Marco. Now, Yuri, with the fashion section.
Thank you, Nicolas. The fashion revolution was recyclable garments, technological innovation for the world. The Institute of Textile Science and Research of Colombia, while the Sport Shift and in collaboration of the clothing brand Studio If, had the great idea to create textile share using technology. Textile share is a sharing machine for all clothes that turn into threads separating the color to reuse in new garment with a new design and styling according to the fashion. Beyond new designs and reuse, it is intent that consumers recycle their old garments and that recognized fashion brands acquire this new technology. One of the main purposes is contribute to the environment and fight against climate change because the garment represent accumulation of weight and methane emission. Nothing is too tall to look for a change. All people who have access to this new are invited to recycle their own clothes and come to the Studio If store to bring the clothes. In the same way, this invitation is extended to the other companies. Join this idea and use the technology that can be implemented in a clothing brand. Thank you, Nicolas. Continuing studying.
Thank you, Yuri. That's all for today. See you soon.
Thank you,
Thank
Nicolas.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.